Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the English news from Djibouti channel. These are the titles of our editions tonight. Closing ceremony of the technical training. On continental news, 4 dead in an explosion in Paris, including 2 firefighters. Welcome if you join us in Djibouti channel. The President of the Republic, Excellency Mr. Ismail Omar Guelleh, sent today a congratulatory message to the elected President of the Republic of Madagascar, Mr. Anglais, figurehead of the Malagasy policy scene and well-known personality in this country. He has already served in the past as President of the Republic. In his message, President Guelleh held a dazzling victory and undeniable sign the large majority of the Malagasy people wish to involve under your leadership, Mr. Rijolina. Your perfect knowledge of the issue of the agenda in your country will be available to lead your country in the path of development and prosperity, wrote the President of the Republic. The Minister of Defense of the Federal Republic of Ethiopia, Mrs. Asha Mohamed Musa, during her 48-hour visit to the Tadjour region, a triumph welcome at the height of her rank was served for her, accompanied by Minister for Defense, Mr. Ali Hassan Bahdon, Minister of Equipment and Transportation, Mr. Mohammed Abdul Qadir Hilm, and the Minister of Commerce, Mr. Hassan Hamad. On her arrival, the Minister of Defense of Ethiopia was greeted by the Prefect, Mr. Bunoita, the President of the Regional Council, Mr. Omar Hussein, and the local elected official and a broad man waiting for her distinguished guests. Immediately arrived, the minister begins a marathon visit under the leadership of the prefect. She visited the construction site of the Tadjour Balhur Road, the port of the Tadjour region, and the new city Gadile. After that, in a short interview, the minister stressed that this visit is also part of a dynamic of strengthening ties of friendship and bilateral cooperation between the two neighboring countries and friends of long date, which is a dynamic that invites the two countries' brothers and friends to deal seriously with the economic, political, and special security issues. For his part, the Minister of Transport welcomed the ministers to Djibouti. He stressed that this visit is under the relationship of the Republic of Djibouti and Ethiopia. Then he said that Ethiopia is a long-standing relation. He added that it's very important to keep this privilege linked between the two countries. Also, the Minister of Defense stressed that this official visit of the Minister of Defense in Ethiopia will strengthen the long-standing diplomatic relations between the two brother and friend countries. In the morning of Thursday, under the presidency of the mayor of the city and president of the National Association of Djiboutian Local Authorities, Mrs. Fatuma Awal Usman, was held at the Hotel Capital the closing ceremony of the workshop on the issues of water and sanitation ended following the modular training organized by the mayor of the Djibouti city and the aim of the benefit of the decentralized authorities to elected municipal and regional having 14 water and sanitation and dispensed by the INAP. The participants made trips in the different regions of interior of the country to exchange their knowledge and better identify the different situations in the whole country. At the end of the day of launching the activities of school athletics championship, the directors of public education, Mrs. Lula Ali Alabi, the head of the school sport department, Mr. Muhammad Omar Ali, as well as other executive and men of leadership, handed over the trophy of the laureate of school cross. The award ceremony was held at the state Lycée of Djibouti in a good natural atmosphere. The official gives cups and medals to the aspiring athletes who won the race in the respective categories. In the smallest girls, Humaya Yassin and Al Khair Abdi, as well as Adna Ahmed, imposed themselves, and among their fellow boys, the victors are Saad Aden, Illa Abdi, as well as Aye Farah. The place of the report of the Center of Technical and Tactical Instructions built within the Camp Sheikh Usman shelter this Saturday a ceremony of end of training young recruits of the Army Forces Djiboutian. Following the recruitment of young nationals who have joined the ranks of the Djiboutian Army Forces, it has proved crucial to begin their military training. More than 250 trainers have been distributed in the different training centers of the garrison of Djibouti to begin their specialized technical training. This ceremony closed the 4-month military special courses chaired by the Chief of the General Staff of the Army, General Zakaria Sheikh Ibrahim. The ceremony saw the participation of the Chief of Defense Staff, Brigadier General Tahir Ali Muhammad, as well as the Major General Hassan Ali Kamil, advisor to the General Colonel Wais Boqarre, Commander of the Coast Guard, and the senior official of the Djibouti Army Forces. On arrival, General Zakaria Sheikh Ibrahim, accompanied by General Tasir Ali Muhammad, was received by Colonel Tahir Hassan Abadid, commander of the Army Regiment. Then the general carried out the review of the troop composed exclusively of trainees men. the officials take place, then the chairmanship of the various courses each took turns to proclaim the long-awaited result. Let the best of each discipline were able to benefit from an exceptional advancement to the higher rank of their merit and dedications after 4 months of sacrifice and courage. After
Troisième, Aden Aouled Amman.
that distributed by the general of the forces army to the different officers who participated the training period for 4 months. They expressed their satisfactions to participated during those long training for 4 months.
وأكرم نزله ووسع مدخله وأغسله بالماء والثلج والبرد ونقه من
In honor of their ceremony, all participants in the high military command and trainees gathered round a bag to celebrate together, enjoy this Memorial Day. And now let's move to the continent. A new Congolese appointment, Martin Fayulu, yesterday appealed to the Constitutional Court against the outcome of the presidential. For more details, follow this report.
An opposition presidential candidate in Democratic Republic of Congo has filed an appeal against the results of last month's election. Martin Fayulu insisted that he won the vote and has demanded a manual recount, but the Electoral Commission declared rival Felix Tshisekedi the winner. Security forces have deployed near Mr. Fayulu's residence. He accused Mr. Tshisekedi, also an opposition candidate, of making a deal with outgoing President Joseph Kabila.
Happened in France may have been caused by a gas leak Police source said Paris firefighter will also intervening for a gas leak in the streets of Treviso when the explosion occurred at around 8 a.m. Saturday in the morning. The human toll is heavy and serious, said the Minister of Interior Christophe Cazeneuve, who went on site as Prime Minister Edouard Philippe, the Mayor of Paris Anne Hidalgo, and the prosecutor from Paris Remy. The explosion took place when people were on the street and firemen inside the building, Cazeneuve said. Here we arrive at the end of this news edition. Thank you for watching us. Goodbye.